I was the most anxious and antisocial person you would have met. I wouldn't have even walked up to someone to ask them a question.
Student voice for me is coming out of my shell and showing people that regardless of where you start, you can always go further.
I was right. Sweet.
I was contacted by a woman in our district who kind of works with the board of trustees, and she said, "Hey, Michelle, I have this student. She is an 8th grader, and she has been voicing her opinion about the budget."
Yes, and we're just going to do that without all that fidgeting and. Okay.
Mom, do you have no
So of course I was like, okay, what 8th grader has ideas about the budget, right?
Last year, I lost 3 of my favorite teachers in the GT program, and that means 6th, 7th, and 8th graders also lost those 3 teachers. And so I was like, we got our electives cut. The 7th graders only have 2 teachers teaching them while everyone else has 4. So this is a problem, and so I saw the deficit, and I was like, I wonder what I can do to change that.
And if you guys are doing this now, imagine what you're doing when you're our age or when you're older. You guys are going to rule the world, and it's going to be amazing.
We've ever had elementary school students here, which is super exciting. And we all think that leadership, it starts young. When we talk about giving students a voice, it's really not just listening, but valuing what they're telling us. And again, seeing them as contributing members of the education system.
To rank having a purpose as the most important factor in selecting a job.
In doing research, it's really difficult to find other school districts who have a board policy, who have committed to student work. I've identified, I think, 2 others in the nation so far. They're amazed that we have a policy. They're amazed that we have a student advisory council. They're amazed that we have an entire conference that we put on just for student voice.
What will you do to make your school better? What will you do to incorporate student voice? We have a speech from Nyala.
All right, well, middle school is such a tough time. Sometimes people think that we're too consumed by our own emotions to have logical ideas. The truth is, we still have great ideas about how to make the world around us a better place. Please engage us. No, it's please don't give up on us. Engage us, because one day we will make a difference.
In this last month, I have been out and public about all of my opinions, and it has gotten me to the point where I'm meeting with the superintendent and talking to her about why my voice matters. And I'm going and speaking in front of 400 people to show them why I'm here.
The moment we get that encouragement in, like the younger they are, the more they're going to really assert themselves within it and see that later on, like, yeah, me learning that at age 9 I can do anything I want really helped me at age 14 when I felt like I wasn't anybody.
Let's study karyotype analysis and genetic disorders. Cells in genetic phase are microscopic. Yeah.
One of the things that we really talk about with social emotional learning is a healthy and positive climate and culture. And I think that in schools, having that foundation, just a really positive climate and culture where students feel safe, they're going to be more likely to share their voice.
Girl, you need to let your sister do her homework.
So the more you bring them to the table and get them invested in this work, I think the more they show up not just to be there and put in the hours, but to really make some change.
Look, video. I know it's not as fun as K-pop, but like, it's a pretty song.
I'm curious to watch Naela next year. She transfers into a high school and faces that transition and the challenges. Like, what is going to be her story? Is her voice that she has found in 8th grade going to somehow help her through that transition? And to me, if it does, that's a success.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nyam nyam.